Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be pretty exciting. I have a lot of new makeup that I'm pretty pumped to put on my face. I haven't tried them out yet, so you know the drill. Get ready with me. Let's try new products together. This is so much fun. I love making these. I hope you guys enjoy them as well. But I think we should just get into it. The primer we're going to be using today is something I picked up from Sephora like a few days ago actually. This is the Touch in Sol No Pore-blem primer. No Pore-blem. This is a smooth and pore covering top secret for perfect makeup. This may look familiar to a lot of you guys. It has been circulating the beauty community for a while now and I was just very curious about it. Is it really that good? It was quite affordable from Sephora. I think it was like $18, which is kind of crazy. There's a lot of drugstore makeup that's more expensive than that. So it's 1 fluid ounce of product, which is like a generic like foundation amount. So that's pretty good. I think at this point we should just put it on our face already. I did try this out only once before when I first bought it because I was like really excited about it. It feels like very smooth. It's not super silicone-y. The texture is kind of, I don't know how to describe that. I honestly don't know how to describe that whatsoever, but it's very soft, very soft. This primer smells really, really good. Kind of reminds me of like those Victoria's Secret like body lotions back in the day. It's very fresh but clean and like floral a little bit. My skin feels like a baby's butt. This doesn't say anything about being mattifying or hydrating. I do like more hydrating primers personally because my skin is pretty normal to more texturized and like drier than oily. I don't really get oily. So this doesn't say anything about that. It just says smoothing and pore covering, which I do have pores and lots of texture on my skin. So has it filled in my pores? I mean, I guess a little bit. I mean, they're still there because it's not going to miraculously get rid of your pores. I wish. But my skin feels really soft. It did dry down pretty quickly and just soak into the skin. So it doesn't have like a tackiness to it whatsoever. So it just pretty much feels soft. My foundation today, I'm going to be trying out the brand new Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage 24-Hour Wear Foundation. I recently went to an event where Maybelline was launching a bunch of new products. Foundation was one of them. You guys know me, I love foundation, so I was very excited to try these out. One of the ladies there who worked at Maybelline, she informed me that these are probably not going to work for people with super dry skin because it's just going to emphasize the dryness and it might look a little bit too cakey on them. It is extremely full coverage, she said, and it does oxidize, and I totally appreciate her telling me that. Like I mentioned before, I don't particularly have dry skin or oily skin. I'm just pretty normal, but I do like more hydrating primers, more natural luminous foundations that have a little bit of like a glow to them as opposed to matte and super full coverage. That's just my preference, but I do appreciate a nice full coverage foundation that will hide all the imperfections on the skin. My only concern right now is my primer wasn't a very hydrating one, so I'm hoping this foundation doesn't like dry up on my skin. So we're gonna test it out today. Let me just figure out what color I am real quick. I'm gonna go with what I think is the lightest shade, 110 Porcelain. I swatched it on my jaw and actually really good, but if it does oxidize, it might look a little bit better, and I don't wanna go too dark in case it does oxidize a lot. So this is a shade I'm gonna go with. Hopefully it works. And it does have a pump, you guys, which is really exciting. I thought it was gonna be like the Fit Me foundation where you have to pour it on the back of your hand, which I'm personally not a fan of. But yeah, has a pump, that's great. I'm gonna use this foundation with a damp beauty blender because I feel like that's gonna give me a more natural finish, more luminous finish rather than a brush that is super full coverage. So I'm just gonna pump a little bit on the back of the beauty blender. It's not very thick and it's not very watery, it's just kind of like an in-between. And I think I'm just gonna start off with that much and see how much it covers, because if it's very full coverage, we don't know. Alrighty, let's get into it. Ooh, that looks really pale so far. It looked good on my jaw. Interesting. It does kind of have like a foundation smell. Ooh, that is really light. That's really light. Okay. This is way too pale. Nope. I'm gonna go in with 112 Natural Ivory to see if we can warm up this foundation just a little bit. Also, the first layer I put on, it is really good coverage. I am using a sponge, so a brush would probably give you a lot more coverage, but it was really not bad at all. Is it full coverage? I want to say yes, like pretty dang full coverage if I do say so myself. Like I do have a few pesky blemishes, but for the most part it covered everything. So full coverage, check. I'm doing the other side of my face with just the shade 112 since the other one was a little bit too light. I'm just gonna go in here really quick. I can already tell the tone is obviously a little bit off on me, but when is it ever not? I'm not noticing it being super dry, but around my nose, around like my eye and above my lip, it does look very dehydrated. I know if I used maybe like a more hydrating primer, I could make it work a little bit better for me, but if you're somebody that's like very oily, I feel like this would be really nice for you. So far, I'm pretty impressed with this foundation. From far away, I look absolutely flawless. The color is not too bad. For most drugstore foundations, I don't have a lot of luck with the shades because they do oxidize into like a little Cheeto Puff color on me. It's not the right tone exactly, but I feel like I can get away with it. We'll see what happens later, but for the most part, I think it looks really good. A quick little close-up on what my skin looks like just with the foundation on. You guys can see it looks actually pretty flawless, honestly. I've given this foundation a little bit of time to set, and honestly, it's not super tacky and wet feeling, but it's also not super dry. It's a really nice in between. I actually really like the way it feels right now, but I am going to set it a little bit. I'm not going to go heavy with the powder because I don't want it to be super cakey, but we're going to move on to concealer really quickly. I look like a blank canvas right now. We need some bronzer ASAP. The concealer I'm going to be trying out today is the new Urban Decay All Nighter 24-Hour Wear Matte Finish Oil-Free Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer. Oh boy, another full coverage product. I am really excited about these. I love concealers as much as I love foundations, and I'm obsessed with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Now, this is definitely going to be something that's a lot heavier, more full coverage, and very matte. So again, if you have a very oily skin type, I feel like these might work really well for you. For me, I'm kind of afraid, especially with a very full coverage foundation that I'm wearing today. Oh, it's so cute. It looks just like the foundations. Now, Urban Decay has stated that these do dry down darker, so I'm gonna go with the shade Fair Warm in case it does go super dark. I think this is like one of the lighter shades. I'm not gonna apply too much, and I don't feel like I need a lot of concealer on my face, so I'm gonna focus this underneath my eyes. I'm gonna go in with a few dots first. I guess I will blend this out and then go in with a little more highlighting areas because I have a feeling that this might dry down really quick too. A lot of matte concealers do. So let's start blending this puppy out. Ooh, that is pretty light. I don't know what's wrong with me today. It blends out really nicely. So far it doesn't look very cakey, which is really nice. It looks very smooth underneath my eyes. I'm gonna do the other side. Very bright underneath my eyes right now. Okay, I'm gonna take a very small amount just on some little highlighting points on my face. Just a little bit right there and there. That's actually really interesting. Wherever I put the concealer on like my forehead, chin, and nose, it looks a lot smoother, like over the foundation. I don't know. Set my face, I'm gonna take my Too Faced Ethereal setting powder, and I'm just kind of gonna use my damp beauty blender to press this underneath my eyes and like where a lot of like I get creasing mostly. I'm not gonna go super heavy with the powder because like I'm already feeling pretty dry. I feel like so many of you guys are like screaming like, please put bronzer on. I know, guys, I know. Before I move on with my makeup, I kind of just wanted to show you guys what it looks like right after I've powdered it and with the concealer. Again, it doesn't look really bad, especially from far away, but I can tell there are some parts of my skin that just look a lot drier than what I particularly like on a daily basis. So yeah. I don't really have a brand new bronzer, but I did get a bronzer in my Ipsy bag this month, which I was really excited about. This is the Lisa Frank times Glamour Dolls Bitten and Bronzed Matte Bronzer, and the color is so pretty. I used it, I think, once or twice before, but I think I'm gonna just try this today since it is a very new bronzer and I don't have really anything new to try. I'm gonna take it on this e.l.f. brush. I'm just gonna take a little bit because this is very pigmented. The first time I used it, I was like, oh, oops. For my blush, I'm going in with the Tarte Fiesty blush. I also got this in my Ipsy bag, and I have been using this a lot. I freaking love this color so much. It's so beautiful, and it's definitely been my go-to blush since I got my Ipsy. I do definitely feel like underneath my eyes is a little bit too bright right now, especially in the camera. In real life, it doesn't look too bad, but I could have gone like a shade or two darker. I just thought it would dry down a lot darker than it actually did. I have so many new highlighters to try that I'm like a little bit overwhelmed and I don't know which one to try out first. I have the Violet Voss Pro Prismatic Liquid Highlighter and the Loose Powder Highlighters. And then Maybelline also has two new highlighters of their Master Chromes, and then this one's like holographic. Like, oh my god. I really want to try this out. I've already set my face and this goes against everything I believe in. And I'm really hoping it doesn't separate my makeup, but ooh. Okay, Okay, this is like really pretty color. This one is in Frosted. I'm gonna take a really small amount with my beauty blender, and I don't know, I'm really nervous right now. I feel like my skin needs a little bit of like a luminous look to it. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's not like super glittery, and it blends out really nicely too, even like over my makeup. And I think for the rest of my face, and just kind of to make this pop a little bit more, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Master Chrome Molten Rose Gold Highlighter. I'm really excited. Are you guys ready? Let's do this. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, that is definitely like attaching itself to the liquid highlighter. Oh boy. If you want a really intense highlighter, definitely put down a liquid highlighter first, and whatever powder highlighter you put on top, it's going to make it pop. My face was feeling very flat and matte, so we definitely need to be glowing it up a little bit. Let's get into some brows. This is also a new Maybelline product. It's the Total Temptation Brow Definer. I'm gonna use a shade Soft Brown. You guys, this has the tiniest little spoolie I've ever seen in my entire life. It is freaking adorable. And on the other side is a retractable angled pencil, which I actually really like this style of brow products a lot. And actually the color is perfect. It's a really nice brown that's not too red. It's actually very kind of like neutral and ashy tone, which I really like. It matches my natural eyebrows perfectly. I can definitely see myself reaching for this brow pencil quite often. I actually really like this a lot. Before I move on to my eyes, I'm going to quickly set my whole face using the new Violet Voss I'm So Extra glowing setting spray. Interesting. I'm going to give it a shake because I feel like a lot of setting sprays need that, and I'm a little bit afraid. So I'm going to give it a quick little test squirt. Interesting. It's a little bit of an aggressive spray, so let me move my coffee real quick. I'm going to do this from very far away. Oh, wow, that shoots real far. My calendar's wet. Whoa, that is an intense spray, y'all. I think I pretty much just got my forehead in that. I don't think it went anywhere else, but whoa. I asked you guys on Twitter, I did a little poll on what eyeshadow palette you guys would be excited to see in this type of video, and this is the palette that won. This is the Too Faced Clover palette. I love the packaging so much. I think it's really adorable. I have not yet really used this yet. I've swatched a few colors very lightly because I'm kind of curious, but it has really pretty unique shades in there, and it also has a lot of wearable brown neutral colors as well. But I really want to do something a little bit different outside of the box today, try some of the very colorful shades out. So yeah, I'm not really sure what look I'm going to be going for today, but this is the palette we're using and we're going to wing it. I'm going to start off with the shade Chihuahua first. It's a really pretty matte neutral soft brown shade. This is gonna go in my crease to kind of set up the eye look for everything else we're gonna use, which I still don't know what that is. I'm gonna go into the shade Fur Baby, which is right next to it. It's a little bit of a darker, warmer matte brown color. I'm just going to slowly deepen up the crease. I promise we will use some color, but I just want to get like a little simple base down first. I kind of want to take a little bit of that yellow. It's called Good Boy, and very lightly just add that on top of the browns in my crease. Interesting. It's kind of like turning into like more of a mustardy brown shade. I wanted to see what happens with that yellow. I'm going to go into the shade Cuddle Buddy and deepen up this crease. I'm definitely going to be recreating this crease combination again because I love the colors, especially that yellow in there as well. This looks really pretty. The shade Best Friends in this palette, you guys, is so freaking pretty. I'm having a really hard time figuring out what colors I want to use right now. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm going to take the shade Lucky Clover, which is that soft minty green color, and I'm going to pop this on my lid. Ooh, that's really pretty. I'm taking the shade Spoiled, which is the metallic blue, and I'm going to focus that more on the inner corners of my eyes. The inner corners of my eyes, I'm taking the shade Cuteness Overload. It's kind of like a really pretty rosy champagne color. I'm going to take a little bit of that shade and apply it to my brow bone as well, and then blend it out with my finger. I'm gonna take a little bit of Ruh-Roh and I'm gonna put that on the bottom lash line. It's kind of like a metallic dark plummy shade. I'm gonna take a little bit of TF Mascot. I guess that means Too Faced Mascot. It's like the purple color. And I'm going to put this kind of like diffuse it on the bottom of Ruh-Roh. But I'm not gonna bring it too low. I just kind of want to add a little bit more purple in there. Last thing I'm going to do is create a little wing liner using the black shadow in this palette. It's called Woof. I really like using eyeshadow as a liner because it makes it really, really soft. But with a very thin angled brush, you can get a really nice defined look. So that's what I'm going to do really quickly. Hopefully I can do this on camera. This is my very dramatic wing liner, but I'm really into it right now. This shade is more of like a blue-black than just a black color. It has little flecks of blue glitter in it, but you can't really tell on your eye. So I really like that. I'm going to finish off the look with mascara, and this is from Marc Jacobs. Yes, it has my name engraved on it. I have really been enjoying this mascara a lot lately. It's the Velvet Noir mascara, I believe. This is what the wand looks like. I really like it. You guys know I'm pretty picky with my mascaras. I have like one favorite, but this I have really been liking lately. So these are the finished eyes, and I really like how it came out. It's definitely very colorful, but I think this is pretty wearable. Like, I would wear this out. Why not? And lastly, for my lips, I want to use this set from Dose of Colors. It's called the Snuggle is Real set. It's part of their like holiday collection. I really love the colors in here. There's also one with like different shades of red, but you guys know me, these are like just colors. And since we have like a pretty colorful eye, I want to go for more of like a neutral, a mauve-y lip. Let's choose. I'm going to go with the shade Lazy Daisy. It looks like a really, really pretty soft mauve color. A just shade, of course. It's hot this, ooh. I like this. It's like your lips, but way better. Look, and I have to say I really like how everything came out. I love the little minty green color on the eyes, and this lipstick is probably going to be my new everyday favorite shade. I do really quickly want to do a little recap of the products that I've used, things I like, things I don't like. I don't want to make this super long because I feel like this video is already really, really long, so I'm going to go through it really, really quickly. For the foundation, I feel like I'm going to have to experiment with the shades and see if I can come up with my perfect color. It's not bad, and it hasn't like become like this weird orangey or super pinky purple color on me. It just looks a little bit on the darker side compared to my neck, but matches my body. I'm actually like really not mad at this. From far away, I look flawless. Actually, from close up, I look pretty flawless too. Wow, okay, didn't think I would like this foundation that much, but holy crap. My skin looks so smooth and so beautiful. Maybe it's the primer too, like in combination. But dude, oh my god. The foundation's been on my skin for about an hour now, so it's definitely had time to like really settle into my skin, and it does not look dry at all anymore. Like all the areas that I was pointing out that look a little bit dehydrated, that's all gone. I don't have any creasing on my face, which is like amazing, especially for a very full coverage foundation. I definitely get a lot of creasing, but what the heck, my skin looks flawless. I will definitely leave a note on how it wears through the whole day. I'm gonna try to wear it for as long as I can, but I will 100% leave a note down below. I know this is not like a foundation try on video, but I will leave you guys a note down below to let you guys know how it wore. But so far, oh my god. Now for the concealer, again, pleasantly surprised on how beautiful it looks. The places I put it on my face look amazing, super smooth and flawless. Underneath my eyes, I have natural creasing, natural wrinkles, but you guys, it hasn't settled into any of those. I can't say that about all my concealers, but wow. Honestly, I can sit here and go through every single product, but let me just like summarize this really quickly and say, I love everything. I don't think I have any complaints on any of these products. I will continue to use them. I look flawless. My makeup looks beautiful. I'm really happy. Too bad I'm not going anywhere, unfortunately. But yeah, I really have no complaints whatsoever. The only product I will say that I was like, not like too impressed with was the Violet Voss I'm So Extra Glowing Setting Spray. Whoa, okay. Only because I don't really like the spray of it. It kind of like shoots really far and hard, and it doesn't do like a really precise application. I feel like I tried, but I only got like my forehead, if that makes any sense. But let me know in the comments down below if any of these are your favorite products. Have you tried them out? Are you excited to try them out? Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, mesijesibeauty. You guys can follow me on Snapchat, JessieJet, and of course Instagram, Makeup by Jessie. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!